Yes, Paul.
I always wish Guns N' Roses would have stayed together and made a few more albums when they were rolling instead of just kind of disbanding. They had a nice run.
They had a thing. But then you get into the whole Buckethead era, and you're like, that's not really.
That's what I'm
Guns N'
saying.
Roses.
Don't need any Buckethead.
Yeah.
I think they're lucky to just still be alive, basically, right?
And that's what hurts them the most. They would be legendary if a couple of them
Ooh.
kicked. You can't have everyone survive.
Really hurt their sales.
Do you think?
Living.
Do you think that they get together and they go, God, I hope Nikki Sixx isn't. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Yeah. Who was the other one? Mars.
Mick Mars.
Mick Mars. Hey, Nick. Nick's alive.
He just had to retire from touring. That fella.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses had a drummer though that had some troubles.
Duff
McKagan.
Duff McKagan.
No, Duff was the bass player. Steven Adler was the first. Was the first drummer, and he got himself a little too mixed up in some extracurricular.
Yes, Marv.
I don't know about the end of Guns N' Roses when Axl was trying to be Elton John. Like, he's a little bit on the piano.
Rain?
November Rain? Are you slandering November Rain?
He was on the piano a little bit too much for my taste.
All the rock bands always have to have a ballad. Because Zeppelin gave you Stairway to Heaven, everybody had to have a ballad.
Hey, Marvin brings up a good point, though. Guns N' Roses basically turned into Styx at that point, and it was
I love
what
that.
kind of crap is this?
Fritzy said, yeah, I love that.
Of course he does.
Babe? I love Babe.
Yeah. Yes, Todd.
At the risk of this sounding like a political statement, I always wanted less guns and more roses. I don't know how you guys felt
Thank you.
about that.
No, right. Oh, we were talking about the best power ballads. I'm like, can you use the word best with power ballads?
Fair question.
Yeah.
Fair question.
Do you think Zeppelin kind of ruined it for everybody because they gave us Stairway to Heaven? Therefore, now all the other bands, the rock and roll bands after that, you had to have a power ballad? Ooh, Paulie's got the eye patch on.
The old plaid patch.
I like it.
But isn't Stairway to Heaven considered a great song?
It is, but I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I understand its place in history, but okay, I've heard it. I'm not a power ballad guy.
It feels like in the 80s, the power ballad really took off,
Yes.
especially because of hair metal.